We are going to head back to Mockingbird Cafe now as Celebrate Cities continues with Rob Knight and another special guest taking the time to talk this morning. Hey, Rob.
Hello, good morning, Grant. Good morning, South Mississippi. It's Tuesday morning. WXAV News 25 is on the road this morning. Joining me, my little friend, Ansley Brent. She's going to be up with you in just a bit. Folks, we're at the Mockingbird Cafe. And let me say this area, and sadly, it's been a couple of years since I've been here. It's not going to be a couple more years. We're coming back this weekend. As a matter of fact, we're coming right back for breakfast here at the Mockingbird Cafe. Folks, this is a quaint little spot right off the Bay Area, maybe about a football field down from the Bay. Joining me, we had the manager earlier, Laura Kidd. Joining me now is the owner. We have, and you're going to love this. I am digging this so much. This is Alicein Wonderland. She has a last name, but we're going to refer to her as Alicein Wonderland for the entire interview. Alicein, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for coming to the Mockingbird and to Bay St. Louis.
And thank you for the coffee this morning. It's certainly a pep me up.
Apparently it worked.
It did. Well, I'm naturally like this in the mornings anyway, but thank you. Alicein, tell us a little bit about you before we get into this beautiful business. Are you from the local area?
I am from Bay St. Louis. Yes.
No, I'm holding the mic in front of you. I want to hear more.
Okay, well, yeah,
Step back this way just a little bit.
I was raised in Bay St. Louis, moved away, came back home before Katrina, and wanted to raise our family here, and we just knew after Katrina that the community needed a place, and so we opened the Mockingbird.
Wonderful. You said you moved away for a while. How long ago? How long was it, and where'd you go, if you don't mind?
Oh, all over. Lived in New Orleans for a while, in Washington, D.C., Korea, all over the world. Traveled, and then, wanted to come back home.
Excellent. I spent a little bit of time in Korea as well, probably before that, in the mid-'90s. Alicein, what about this business? This is such a cute little spot.
Thank you.
I mean, the interior, an older cottage, your crew. They're a lot of fun, and they're amazing.
They are amazing. They are the backbone of the Mockingbird, and they make it special.
How did this come about, the business and the name as well?
The name came about, I was reading To Kill a Mockingbird when we evacuated for Katrina, and I got to the end of the book, and I had an art studio in New Orleans, and it had sadly been destroyed in Katrina, and I got to the end of the book, and I was pregnant at the time, and I knew I wanted to name our child Atticus. And so, I don't know, it just, we came back home, there were no coffee shops, and I said, we need to open a coffee shop. And so we did, and hence the name.
That is wonderful. Your name, Alicein, middle name, Wonderland, and then Schwabacher, correct?
Correct.
And this trend continues on.
Yeah.
You said with your sister and now your child.
Yeah, I love literary names, so.
That's great. As far as the location here, I mean, this place is happening, but how is business around the parts here? I mean, it's been a while after Katrina. Yeah. I'm sure it's come back, but how is business nowadays?
Business is booming in Bay St. Louis. It's growing, and we just, we want smart growth, and we want it to maintain its charm. And so I think we're all working towards that goal.
I love the fact about smart growth. You want businesses that are going to open, they're going to offer what the public wants, and it's something that's going to be sustainable as well for a long period of time. You're coming up on, what, 20 years now?
17, yeah, almost.
Close.
Yeah.
We'll call it 20.
Almost 20.
Tell us about your hours of operation here. Is it 7 days a week?
7 days a week we're open, and we're open from 7 to 2.
Wow. Nice hours you got. When you have employees, and some of the other businesses we've spoken to as well, like the Toasted Yolk, like Sleepy Bear, they open early morning through mid-afternoon instead of staying open additional hours and just not having the business. I think that's really smart, especially for a breakfast spot.
It certainly is, and several years you work out what's going to be your niche, and breakfast is our niche.
And Alicein Wonderland, not only do you have coffee and these beautiful, huge muffins back here. But you serve breakfast, and also there's adult beverages here as well.
Oh yeah, we have our own signature cocktails.
Nice, nice. We'll have to hit you up for one of those in just a bit.
Okay, no problem.
Alicein Wonderland, I thank you so much for
Thank
joining us.
you.
I love your name. It's an absolute darling.
Well, thank you so much for coming. And I love that you do this
Absolutely.
and showcase all the different towns because we forget all the treasures.
And that's one of the reasons why we want to do this. We want
Good.
people in Long Beach to make the trek. We want people in Pascagoula make the trek. And look, if you come out here, you need to stop by the Mockingbird Cafe, if for no other reason, just to say hello to Alicein Wonderland. She's a darling. You got to come check it out. Alicein, thank you
Thank
again
you
so
so
much.
much.
Folks, stick around. We're going to have so much more coming up. Representative from the Blind Tiger is here. That's coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, the beautiful Mockingbird Cafe, the absolutely adorable Alicein Wonderland joining me. Coming up more in just a bit. But reporting live for WXXV News 25, I'm Rob Knight.